some of the more public facing mistakes that come with being dyslexic feel kind of like the tip of an iceberg sometimes because they're the things that the people around us see. Maybe we made a spelling mistake, maybe we substituted a word, maybe we just absolutely butchered the pronunciation of something. And from the outside looking in, it's like, well, that's just a small thing. From what I can tell, that doesn't seem like that should be that big a deal. And that's why it's so common for dyslexic mistakes to get dismissed by people. For like, people are like, come on, just get over it. Like, move on, move past that. And to a certain degree, yeah, like you kind of have to when you constantly are making the same type of little mistake, whether it's spelling or otherwise. It is valuable to be able to move on from that. But also, part of why it can be really hard to move on is because that feels like the tip of the iceberg. Because when you've had all of these experiences where it's like, well, when I was in school, the way they measured somebody's intelligence or their value or their aptitude at school was their ability to learn to read quickly, their ability to read something out loud, their ability to spell things well. And I struggled with all of those things. That contributes to a lot of feelings of shame. That can contribute to feeling kind of negatively towards yourself or really struggling with your confidence. And that's the rest of the iceberg. Like, that's what all of these little mistakes are so often connected to. And that's why they can kind of be really hard to dismiss sometimes because, like, well, you don't understand. Like, there's so much more to this than just that little part that you see. And that's why it's so important to find space where you can explore those things with someone, where someone will actually sit with you and not try and dismiss it, but be like, yeah, like, let's talk about what that was like. Tell me about the feelings. Tell me about the experience of being that person. And let's explore that together and process that so that we can move forward into developing confidence. Because you can't really move out of that or through that until you're actually willing to sit in it. And that's a lot of what I do with dyslexic individuals in both my counseling and my coaching practice is work with them to figure out, okay, what is the rest of the iceberg? What's beneath the surface, and how do we do this well? How do we do this life thing well?